What's the best comeback you've ever heard? My granny stands 4'11" inches and has used a mobility scooter since her hip replacement 5 years ago. Most people see a warm, elderly woman, but what they don't know is that she has absolutely zero filter and the most biting wit in 3 counties. Last month, we went to this ritzy restaurant for my mom's day of birth. The place was jammed, and we had to wait near the bar for our table. Granny was in her scooter, parked between me and my sibling, sipping her water and people watching. This well-dressed twosome in their 40s kept eyeing us, clearly annoyed that Granny's scooter was using up space. The lady whispered something to her spouse, and he nodded, contemplating Granny like she was blocking traffic with intent. After 10 minutes, the guy stepped over and said, "Excuse me, but could you move your vehicle? People are trying to pass by and it's creating a hazard." The way he said vehicle made it sound like Granny was steering a garbage truck through the restaurant. My mom began to say sorry, but Granny raised her hand to stop her. She stared the man right in the eyes and said, "I've been static in this exact spot for 15 minutes. The only hazard I see is your unpleasant demeanor." Instead of easing off, the man amplified his antagonism. "Look," he said loud enough for tables close by to hear, "my wife and I are just attempting to relish our evening without negotiating an obstacle course. Perhaps old folks' homes should have established dining times so typical people can eat undisturbed." The room fell silent. My sibling's mouth fell open. Mom looked like she might weep. I was about to interject when Granny revved her scooter, that tiny electric noise it makes before moving. "Sir," she said in charming tones, "I battled in Vietnam as a battalion nurse. I've extracted metal residues from officers while bombs detonated in our presence. I nurtured 4 kids while working graveyard shifts at the hospital. I outlived cancer 2 times. She paused and grinned. "Do you truly think you're intimidating me because you're sporting a $30 necktie from TJ Maxx?" His face turned tomato red. "My tie was not—" "It unquestionably was," Granny interrupted. "I procured the identical one for my grandson last Yuletide. It was on discount." She pointed to the tag insignia faintly visible at the bottom. They positioned the red sticker right here. By this point, folks at surrounding tables were either averting their gaze, attempting not to snicker, or openly observing the face-off. The hostess hurried over, likely anxious about a spectacle, and divulged our table was set. As Granny steered her scooter to tag along with the hostess, she stopped beside the man and murmured, "By the way, your spouse has been sending messages to someone named Work Mike, with ample heart emojis since you sat down. Might wish to concentrate on that rather than my mobility aid." We trailed Granny to our table, speechless. The man peeked at his wife, who was abruptly fascinated in her phone. He snatched it from her grip, and we could hear the squabble initiating as we veered the corner. The restaurant chief stopped by our table later with an on-the-house dessert assortment. "Compliments from multiple tables in the bar's vicinity," he remarked with a nod at Granny. "They asked me to express their gratitude for the amusement."